Hey, what's up, people? All right, I see Steve online on Instagram, and we are trying to go to Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. So I got Coach Sean. What's up? Insta Franks. What's up? Oh, cool. What's up, Steve? Yeah. So I figured out this way to start streaming so I could broadcast, not unlike how I used to do my talk show, but now I could just do it right here in my little war room, um, and come to people live and talk. Um, yeah, my subject is why the lockdown nuke needs to be on small business needs to be stopped. I don't know how much you guys know about small business. If you guys, any of you people are small business owners, please, say hey in the chat or just type in small business or give me a wave or a thumbs up or whatever. But it's super important. I want to read some stats off today, like how crucial small business is, and why we like. I'm a small business owner, and I've been a small business owner for a very long time. I've been through three financial crises successfully as a entrepreneur and small business owner, and this last these lockdowns, I get it, like this thing, there is a demographic that is very, very in danger from this coronavirus or whatever. But the lockdowns were not the right answer, and we shouldn't tolerate it. These are fucking dumb politicians, and I include Anthony Fauci. For those of you that are a big fan, I suggest maybe you go read RFK's new book about Fauci. It's on Audible. It's on, you can get it at Amazon. And it's very well sourced. This isn't like a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. So I would really recommend you look into it, because these lockdowns were truly, truly awful. I want you to understand something there. I'm going to read some of these statistics because I think it's important. Hook Bomberry, what is up, dude? Been a minute. I remember driving over to Pro Wrestling Iron with you, dude, back in the day. Anyway, I'm going to get on some of this. I'm actually on, there's a great thing, Nerd Wallet. By the way, if you don't have Nerd Wallet, I don't get it. I don't make any money off of them or anything like that. But dude, that's a good app. You just plug in all your stuff, your credit cards, your bank, all that, and it just tells you where you're at financially. It's a really cool app. But anyway, they've got a great website as well. And so there's this article from May 14th, 2021. So small business statistics by the numbers as of 2021. So here's some general facts. 10.5 million jobs created. Now, I'm going to be going to different sites because sometimes they'll source different studies, but it gets you a general idea as to what the truth is. So there's 10.5 million jobs created through small business. 19, almost 20%, 19.9 are owned by women. Here's a very sad fact, and I guarantee you this was way worse during the lockdowns. 20% of new businesses close within a year. That's a real problem. Let's see. Now, here's something that you may not know. Now, I tried my hand at politics. I've washed my hands of it. I think it's complete trash. I think voting is like betting on pro wrestling. It's a complete fucking stupid thing to do. I think it's full of a bunch of liars and psychopaths and popularity contest winners that really don't do much for anybody. And so I think it's important that you as an individual take responsibility. And that's why I personally, so many years ago, became a small business owner. Now, small business owners, people, oh, you're a capitalist. Well, shut the fuck up. What are you, a communist? Communists killed more than fucking Nazis. So don't come at me with any of that dumb shit, because I'll kill you with numbers. I know my stuff. a small business owner, don't lump them in with like these big mega Walmarts, Amazons, these people that are what I call rent seekers. Do you know what? Well, a lot of people call it rent seeking. Rent seeking is a technical term from economics. And really it's just kind of another word for fascism. Okay. The technical term fascism, words could change, especially political words, because they're unpopular, and those in power want to kind of change the meaning of things sometimes to keep themselves in power. But from Benito Mussolini, the guy who came up with fascism, wrote the book Corporativo. It's the merger of state and corporate power. Okay, so I personally, and this is why I'm an advocate of small business, believe in the separation, just like the separation of church and state. I think there should be a separation of business and state completely. Anyway, there's not. So what you do as a small business owner is different than what happens at these large scale companies where they buy and sell politicians, like, the revolving door between Pfizer and the FDA, for example, right? Or the defense industry and certain positions within government that they just go back and forth. It's called revolving door politics. You Google that, Google rent seeking. These are things that small business owners don't do. They don't have money to pander to politicians and lobbyists and shit like that. Okay. So you got to separate them out. Right. So your small business owner is the backbone of the American economy. Okay. So I want to go back to some of these statistics again, because don't get me started. I don't want to get on my soapbox here. Hey, what's up, Rick Brown? Good to see you, brother. He's joining on Instagram. Anyway, $48 out of every $100 spent. Okay, they could also say 48% of money spent in a small business stays local. Okay, so I know it's convenient to go to Amazon, and I just bought some fucking vitamins off of Amazon because I can get them here tomorrow, which is actually pretty doggone convenient for free. But if you can, try to support local, because that money, close to half of it, stays local. Means it's impacting the people you actually know, that you live next to, your neighbors. 37% of Americans in 2020 made an effort to shop local, which is good. And 72% of Americans, now these are polls, what they actually do and what they say when there's like a pollster judging them, or they feel it's judging them or whatever, is different. But according to the poll, 72% of Americans prioritize shopping local over getting the best deal. So that's hopeful. So let's look here. Okay, so that NerdWallet article was okay, had some interesting stuff. Let's look here. This is from smallbusinessgenius.net, 42 small business statistics, everything you need to know. And what I'll do is, after this talk is done, especially for those of you people on Facebook and YouTube, it's harder to do on Instagram, sorry, but you can go over to my Facebook or my YouTube. I will post these articles so you can reference them yourself. But anyway, from the smallbusinessgenius.net, 42 small business statistics. I'm not going to go over all 42. Okay, here we go. 82% of businesses that fail do so because of cash flow problems. Do you know what that means? So what does Dane say there? Hook Bomberry, big pharmacy, big oil, finance, all fleece the taxpayer. Yeah, and the government, dude. Your biggest expense is your fucking taxes. And what are you paying for? You're paying for fucking to bomb brown people overseas and to fucking lock up brown people domestically. I mean, it's all a joke, right? So big government, big business, big media, big pharma, fuck them, right? Yeah, for this camera too. But small business is where it's at, man. It's independent, it's respectful. So some more statistics. So 82% of, I'd like to talk about this for a second because it's important. It's what I've been devoting myself to in the last year specifically, and that's cash flow. So 82% of businesses fail because they don't have proper cash flow, right? What does that mean? That just means you don't got fucking cash coming in, dude. You got more cash going out than coming in, okay? So I've been working with my business, Thales, Thales coaching. You know how to spell that, but Thales. So it rhymes with Bailey's. It's the philosopher, the Greek philosopher Thales. So I've been working on that project because people need to understand business, right? Like it's not complicated until you start actually getting your hands dirty. Okay. So we could talk about it a little philosophically. Like when people engage with me to work with them as a consultant and as a coach for their businesses, we get dirty, man. We get our hands in the mud and it's like details. Okay. But I'm not going to go into all that right now. I want to talk about more high level concepts because I think it's important to get your mindset right and understand the facts behind it. So if you understand the simple profit equation, right? Everybody understands that. Revenue minus expenses equals profit. Not fucking hard, dude. You can do subtraction when you're like 7. Okay. So if you can't handle, I mean, business, I have a degree in financial math. Okay. So you don't need that level of math to do business. You need like multiplication, division, like the basic shit. Okay. So that profit equation, revenue minus expenses equals profit. Everybody in the chat, just so I could see here, tell me, what do you think is the most important one of those factors, those components? Is it revenue? Is it income? I mean, I'm sorry, is it revenue? Is it expenses? Or is it profit? What do you think? Come on, people, throw up some shit in the comments. Nobody? All right. I don't want to bore the people that are going to be watching this afterwards. A lot of times people, it depends who you talk to. Everybody gets a different answer, but I'll just give you the right answer. The right answer is revenue. And this is what this 82% of businesses do so because they have cash flow problems. Yeah, Dane, I appreciate it. David, nope. Profit, nope. Dane, I appreciate it, but expenses, nope. It's revenue. Okay. Because if it's the top of line. So everybody says, oh, bottom line, which means profit. That's the bottom line on an income statement. Okay. So revenue is the top line. Okay. Revenue is the bottom line, but your profit is a function of your revenue. Okay. So you could have, I mean, I could be 100% profitable, but if my revenue is $1, you're fucking ghetto, bro. That ain't doing nothing for you. So the most important thing is to get your revenues, your sales up. Okay. This is why, man, this is another thing. Everybody's down on fucking sales. Dude, if you can't sell, you can't live. That is and it's there are basically 2 ways for people to get along in this world. I'm dumbing this shit down to like, I could talk to like one of my 5-year-old nieces and nephews. Okay. There are 2 ways for people to get along in this world. You can trade, or you can steal, or force people through force. I put theft in there with force. You can either work with people and exchange, and you have what's called in game theory a positive sum, a positive sum game, right? Which is a win-win, right? That's the other word to say it. We're both, I'll give you a perfect example. You like my fucking shirt, which is super dope. Go to scientificwrestling.com. Yeah, super dope shirt. Thanks to Sam Crescent. We're selling all the stuff that he's doing for us at Scientific Wrestling. Super cool, man. Try to show you guys. It's rad. Anyway, so let's say you like my shirt. Well, you like my shirt more than $20 in your pocket, and I like you $20 more than the shirt on my back. Dude, we trade. Both of us walk away happy. That's a win-win. That's the winner's exchange, dude. It's a positive sum game. That's what business is. That's what sales is. Okay. Now I'm not talking about deceptive sales or any of these fucking douchebag type of NLP. Like, oh, well, if they cross their legs, you cross your legs. Like that's stupid. Okay. I'm talking about actually providing value, and you really, both parties walk away happy. Okay. No buyer's remorse. That's it. That's the juice of life there, man. That's the best, right? So you got to learn to sell. And dude, Dane says, if you could sell, you could do anything. 100%, dude. You could pro wrestle, man. What do they call it? Selling. You got to sell, dude. It is a crucial skill. And you need to go and you need to, one thing I would recommend that you do before, if you're like a worker bee and you've always had a job and that's the only way that you've ever made money, you should really consider to start doing something for commission. Okay. Because that's going to align you with what the entrepreneur is going through. You don't make a sale, you don't eat. Do you understand? So everybody gets down on the boss and, oh, the boss, motherfucker, they're putting food on your table, man. They're taking all the risk. They're the ones that go bankrupt. They're the ones, dude, an entrepreneur, just get this out of your head. You worker bees are going to be working 9 to 5. Oh, yeah, okay. 5 o'clock, the fuck, you're out of there. Entrepreneur flips it. They're 5 to 9. Okay. And this is a fact. I don't know how many entrepreneurs, ask them like if they're successful, how much time they spend on their business. I guarantee you it's what they do with the majority of their waking hours. Okay. It is hard work to do it and to do it well, to survive and to thrive. So 82% of businesses fail because of cash flow problems, because not enough people are buying their stuff. That's what that means. So sales is crucial. Okay. Ethical, straightforward, good sales. Let's talk here. Okay. So now see, they've got different numbers than the Nerd Wallet. Okay. Small business employ 59 million people in the United States. Now these numbers vary because there's different definitions. So they're probably counting them a little bit different. Okay. Let's see here. 50% of all small businesses are operated from home. Okay. Now here's what you have to understand. The vast majority of all these, whoever you're talking about, if it's the $59 million, 59 million people, or the other number from Nerd Wallet, the vast majority of them are sole proprietors. Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you. They're not truly entrepreneurs. They're self-employed. And I make that difference because I make that demarcation between the two because it's important. You could be self-employed. There's nothing wrong with being self-employed. So let's say you start a cleaning service. Okay, cool. You're self-employed, man. You go clean places. People pay you money. It's all good. If you own a business, to me, that means that you start employing. A business is something that could be sold. Okay, and you might be able to sell a self-employed business, maybe, but it's highly unlikely. What I'm talking about is a business and something that is scalable, meaning it could grow. It's got systems in place. One person, there's not a key man dependency. One person could get fired and somebody else could come in and take over because the role is defined. Does that make sense? Okay, so 84% of small business owners indicate they're feeling optimistic. You've got to be an optimist if you're going to be an entrepreneur. There's just no, if you're pessimistic, why would you go into business? It's just that, yeah. So, okay, 64% of small business owners only begin with $10,000 of capital. Okay, dude, I started with almost nothing. I just pumped a little bit of my earned income from my jobs into my side hustle and then blew it up. And that's totally possible. That's one of the things that I teach through Thales if you're interested. Let's see, approximately a quarter of small businesses begin with no financing whatsoever. So that's kind of what my specialty is. Tony says, could I sell Scientific Wrestling as a brand? Well, I mean, it is a brand. It's the strongest brand in the space. I mean, it dominates, dude. Second place is like a joke. That's no disrespect. It's just facts, dude. Like, we've been number one for 20 years. We've got literally all the great names worked for the company. It's not like a lot of these companies, they came to my company, got a little bit of the rub, and then left to try to start their own thing. No. Billy Robinson worked for my company. Carl Gotch is associated with my company. Fujiwara worked with my company. Josh Barnett worked with my company. Wade Chalice works with my company. Okay. In addition to all the great guys like Sam Crescent, Jesse Merez, Luis Ojeda. I mean, that whole crew, Dave Patron, Gil, all of us. Like, I'm just like, dude. So I'm just being technical too. I kind of know what you mean. Tony. Could I sell Scientific Wrestling as a company? I don't think that company I could sell right now because it's too key man dependent on me. I'm the one who comes up with the ideas. I'm the one who hustles and does the marketing. I'm the one that spends all the time codifying the information and making it digestible for other people, like literally spending 7 years with Billy Robinson and whatnot. Now, I could make Scientific Wrestling for sale, but I would have to do a couple things. What I'd have to do is basically systematize the things that I do and then exit and make sure somebody else could actually do what I'm doing. I think that's possible. I think that is something that I could do down the road. But for me, Scientific Wrestling is while I use the company structure to do what I need to do, because that's kind of what you have to do given the facts of the world of today. I love it, and it's more like one of my kids, and it's a passion for me. It's more of like a calling, like a purpose in life than it is a business. So I don't know that I'd ever sell. But I've, like I started Reverse Market Insight, co-founded it with two other guys, and I sold my share in that. I'm working on a big company that I'm trying to sell right now. So, there are, oh, thank you. Incredible product. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Steve says, depends if somebody wants to buy it, I guess. Well, so that's a whole other thing, right? Is you got to look like, what are you selling with your company, right? Like, so if you want a good valuation, what people want to see is that cash flow. They want to see the revenue. Honestly, they don't even care about what your debt position is half the time. They just want to see that you've got a client base that's paying and loyal and that you're making money. That's what they want to see. That is the number one thing when they're looking at evaluations. They judge what they're going to buy it off of EBITDA, earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. It's just an acronym, EBITDA. Taxes and amortization. Yeah. So earnings, sales, revenue, income, top of line. Okay. That's how it's valued. Typically, most companies, when they're put up for sale, it's a multiple of EBITDA. And it depends what industry you're in and how much you make. So like a company only making $1 million or 2 million may only get 2 times EBITDA, which is not a lot of money for somebody. You say you've worked on a company for 20 years or whatever. But if you get it up to 10 or 15 million, now you're talking. Now you might get 4 or 5 times EBITDA. And if you're in the tech space, you might get 10. Right. So you just got to understand these different layers of the game have different rules. And that's the challenge for a lot of people too. So anyway, I want to keep banging out some of these statistics. So only 40% of small businesses are profitable. That sucks. 40% are profitable. Okay. That means the majority of small businesses are not profitable. What the fuck are you doing? Again, it's a cash flow problem most times. Sure, sometimes expenses, yeah. I mean, if you're just totally freaking stupid and you're just blowing all your money and you're treating your company like an ATM and you're not really actually like looking at your expenses and stuff, but that's pretty easy to do. You can just go through your credit card statements, your bank statements, see what you're blowing all the money on. And usually, you just have to look for stuff that's actually not generating revenue and get rid of it. But that's sad. 40% of small businesses, only 40% of small businesses are profitable. That means 60%. Yeah, I'm reading that right. Only 40% of small businesses are profitable. That's crazy. That's insane. Let's see here. So the SBA, the Small Business Administration, okay, that's I think where they're getting these stats, defines a small business as a firm with less than 500 employees. Okay. By that definition, all these get different definitions, but this is from the SBA, so let's just go with the SBA numbers. According to the SBA, there's 30.2 million small businesses in the USA. Okay. So as of 2017, when they did these statistics last that I know of, small business employed 47.5 of the entire country's workforce. Okay. 47.5. This is why I said at the beginning of the video that small business is literally the lifeblood of the economy. It's almost half are small businesses, people less than 500 employees. Okay. And a large number. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Look at this. Small business. This will blow your mind. Again. Okay. Now this is from Fundera is where the source is. But small business, according to Fundera, account for 99.7 of all businesses in the United States. That's insane. Wow. Firms with fewer than 100 employees account for 98.2. And those with fewer than 20 employees account for 89% of all businesses. 89% of all businesses have less than 20 employees. So all you people that are like, oh, stick it to the man, tax, 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 you're fucking over people with less than 20 employees, dude. You're not fucking anybody. You're not sticking it to the man. You're sticking it to like a guy who's busting his fucking ass trying to make a living. So knock it off. For real, dude. It's stupid. Ignorance, like this is the biggest problem with democracy, dude. Ignorance is deadly. And I'm sorry, like the majority of people are stupid. And that's who fucking wins the vote. It's not a good system, man. Okay, here we go. Micro businesses. Okay, now we're getting fancy terms. Micro businesses account for 75.3% of private sector employees. This is another SBA number. A micro enterprise is 9 people or less. So do you see where we're going? Companies with 9 people or less, 9 people. I got more people on this freaking feed right now. Employees with 9 people or less is 75% of the workforce. 20 employees or less is 89% of the workforce. 100 or less is 98.2. Okay? And 99.7 of all businesses in the United States are 500 employees or less. These are facts, man. And small business basically faced a fucking nuke because of these dumbass bureaucrats and politicians. Not even scientists, dude. Yeah, like, listen, you guys could go on and on, oh, trust the science, da da da. First of all, I know you're an idiot if you say that, okay? Because science isn't to be trusted. Science is there to be proven and verified and demonstrated and debated and questioned, okay? And none of that's happening right now. All I see is censorship and fucking dictator bullshit under the guise of scientific jargon, okay? And people are too fucking stupid to tell the difference between real science and real statistics and bullshit. But, oh, science, it's like their new fucking God. People are so stupid. Anyway, and I'm an agnostic. I'm just telling you, like, I've worked as a statistician. I can look and pick apart these fucking arguments. It's stupid. Now, this is interesting, okay? This is interesting. And this is a big reason why I started Thales Coaching, THALES coaching.com. By the way, go check out the website because I just had it redone. It looks fucking sick. Okay, again, Thales, THALES coaching.com. By the way, I just partnered with the #1 sales and marketing trainer. Remember sales, the importance of fucking income on the planet. Grant Cardone. I'm real fucking stoked, man. I mean, you see all my fucking hats and shit up there. I'm stoked. That guy is helping a lot of people, right? So if I can help you, let me know, right? Because not only are you going to get my experience, again, successful entrepreneur through 3 financial crises, he's launched multiple businesses, taken them to scaled them to $1 million plus. But you're also going to get the accumulated wisdom of Grant, and that guy's a flipping billionaire now. Very smart dude. So hit me up. I am licensed. I am partnered with Grant Cardone. So I'm happy to help you. Again, check out Thales coaching, THALES coaching.com. David No1 is asking, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, David, I'll get to you, but I got a comment over here. Rodzor on YouTube says, I haven't seen one sick person in over a year and a half. I guess the dictionary definition of pandemic is wrong. I don't know. Yeah, dude. But see, this is how you have to understand, man. Like, there's a lot of ways to manipulate these numbers, especially when they go into public policy, dude. Public policy is a giant jerk off. Just, this is the problem. Benito Mussolini nailed it, dude. When you merge the government with corporations, dude, that is fascism. Technically, the original definition, I think it's the greatest definition. We need a separation of those two. So all this is shit that's going on, man. Look at the stock prices on fucking Moderna and Pfizer. Before fucking the pandemic, Moderna was like under $10 or something a share. And now it's over 300 or something, like close to 300 or above. Okay? In a year or so? Come on, man. Get your head out your ass. Look at the conflict of interest that Fauci has. The money that's following the money with these fuckers, man. I'm just telling you, it's called rent seeking. Google it. Rent seeking. It's an important concept. Okay, David was saying, are you an entrepreneurial sellout if you become a franchisee? Something with proven? No, dude. Not at all. If you become a fucking franchisee, no, that's fucking a very smart way to get in the business, to learn entrepreneurship. In fact, it's a great way, because you're right. What you're buying is a fucking recipe, a business recipe, instead of a cake or a chicken recipe or something. Well, if you get a KFC restaurant, I get both. But anyway, yeah, dude, it's just franchising can be expensive, man. You know, depending on the franchise you get into. I'll tell you, there's a fucking brilliant franchise that I just stumbled on yesterday. Actually, I stumbled onto him because another business fucked up, and I'm like, fuck you. Core Power Yoga. Yeah, fuck you, Core Power Yoga. I've given you a lot of money, a lot of my time. I loved your fucking product, but dude, you guys are just handmaidens of these idiots in the state. It's not your job to enforce these fucking illegal mandates, and they are illegal, dude. To pass a law, it needs to go through the fucking legislature, not just some fucking president saying you got to do it. Okay, sorry, it's just the fact. But Core Power lost my money, dude. I'm driving down there. You know, they have an app, and the night before, I sign up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in there and get my yoga on. I do yoga every fucking day. It's important to me. It's important for my health. It's important for a whole bunch of reasons to me. I'm real serious about my yoga. So I do my app the night before. I roll in. My wife comes with me, and she's doing her app while we're driving. She's like, "Did you see this? It says that like vaccine only." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I pull it up, and the mandate is vaccine only, or you have to be masked. But they made every class fucking, like, I think they probably had one mask only class, and the rest are all fucking vaccine only. And so anyway, I roll in. I'm like, dude, I'm out. Cancel my membership, dude. Here goes $150 cash flow. In fact, if what I heard is correct, they lost 20% of their fucking Colorado revenue in one day because they made a shitty decision. Meanwhile, this other company that I go with, and I'm not going to say their name, we called them up, and we were totally like agnostic, didn't lead on anything about what our opinion was. But we said, hey, what's going on? What are you guys doing with regards to the vaccine mandate? And they said, well, in Jefferson County, it's been mandated that you have to have a vaccine or wear a mask, but that doesn't align with our values, so we won't be enforcing it. Boom, take my fucking money. Take my money. Fuck all these other pieces of shit. Done. Vote with your dollars, right? So anyway, one of these franchise, because I'm like done with Core Power, now I got to go find another yoga place. Yoga literally saved my life. Here's the fucking irony. In 2019, just right before, literally 6 months before all this fucking corona bullshit busted out. Mind you, gain of function. Yeah, Fauci, Google it. Gain of function corona, okay? Weaponized by fucking Fauci in China. Motherfucking guy should be in jail. Anyway, I was in England coaching catch and ended up getting a real bad DVT, okay? they seem to think it's most likely from creatine supplementation in an international flight. Anyway, I had a bad blood clot in my shoulder. I already had a blood clot, man. I'm on blood thinners. Okay. So I'm not taking one of these fucking clot machine fucking vaccines. Okay. That goes for Johnson & Johnson too. And definitely not these mRNA things, dude. And any of you people that were the canary down the coal mine because you got scared, I feel for you. Okay. I do wish the best for you, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get a fucking vaccine because I'm already having a problem with blood clots prior to all this kind of stuff. Okay. So I'm already on a blood thinner. And the irony is that I walked around, like when I came back, I had this massive blood clot, went from my shoulder all the way down to my arm. My entire arm was literally twice the size of the other arm. It was ridiculous. I'm not exaggerating. And I got it the first day I landed. The flight over is when I got the DVT. I was there for like over 2 weeks with a massive blood clot, and I was doing wrestling coaching, right? So when I got back, I went to one of those little clinics because I just thought it was an edema. I thought I had some sort of swelling or something. Well, I go back to one of these clinics when I get home, and they're like, "Holy shit, dude, we can't treat you here. You got to go to the hospital." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I drive into the hospital, and they're like, "Dude, long story short, they tell me everything is wrong. They diagnosed a bunch of shit that I didn't know that I had that was like 10 years old, like my left carotid being 100% occluded from chokes and shit." Yeah, dude, David Nolan. Bet you looked like Popeye with that blood clot. In fact, my friend, both Sam, the guy who made this bomb ass shirt, and Brendan Malloy, my buddy over in England, can attest. We were walking around. We did like a 7-hour walk around London too with this fucking blood clot. It was crazy. After coaching like 2 3-day camps and a seminar and touring around York and shit. I am lucky to be alive. But anyway, long story short, one of the people in London was like, "Oh, you look like Popeye," because of my fucking. So you're dead on. But anyway, when I got back and they were all done, the head of the vascular unit was like, "Man, it was probably the fact that you do yoga every day is why you were alive, that you lived." They were shocked that I was that physically active for over 2 weeks. When they're like, "Dude, day one, most people would probably, had a heart attack or stroked out or something like that, had an embolism or whatever." So anyway, I can't get the fucking vaccine. And now because of this stupid shit, because I'm not vaccinated, I can't do my yoga, right? So fuck them. Anyway, this is the problem with these broad, sweeping fucking prescriptions that these dumbass. Look at Joe Biden. The guy can't even fucking talk. Who is he to fucking say anything about anything in the world? The guy probably he pooped his pants in the fucking Vatican or something, didn't he? Am I wrong about that? Like, dude, the fact that anybody listens to these people is fucking mind-blowing to me. Anyway, this franchise that I think is super, super hot, it's called Hot Works, and it's WORX, and it's fucking genius. So basically what it is you go into the studio. There's one person there. You have to wear a mask when you go in, and that's fine, whatever. You go in, and there's these little like studios, like they're almost like pods, right? In their little rooms. They're all heated with infrared. Okay. And they do a variety of things. They do yoga in there, heated. They do Pilates. They have like all kinds, calisthenics, all these other fucking things. You can bring in 3 people per pod. So you can bring like me and my wife and a buddy or a friend can come in there. And it's video. So there are some downsides. Like, yeah, I do prefer yoga with a live teacher. I do prefer yoga with like a bigger crowd or whatever. That's fine. I find it motivating. It pushes me a bit. I don't, I hold the pose because I'm in front of a bunch of people and I want to stay with the group kind of thing. But, dude, I can go in anytime. They basically give you a PIN number, and you can go in anytime. So I could go get my yoga on at 2:30 a.m. if I can't sleep, or at 4:30 a.m. if I wake up early, right? It's pretty genius. So anyway, I'll give you guys an update. I'm going in for my first class and see how it is. I don't know, man. If Peloton and the Mirror and all this could do all those like remote coaching things, I'll have to see how it is and if that if the infrared actually is worth it or not compared to like the normal way that you heat a yoga room. But any Hotworks, you can go to their website. I think it's Hotworks with an X, not KS, hotworks.net, not .com. But check it out. I'm going to check them out tomorrow to go try. But if you're into a franchise, dude, it seems like a no-brainer, dude. You hire an admin. You only have one employee. Everything else is automated. Could be good. And the other thing that I like about it, and to me, I'm not a big price guy. I'm like, I'll just figure out how to come up with the money. I mean, again, the importance of sales, right? Like, don't be such a stupid person. Like, oh, the price. Figure out how to get the money. I mean, why are you limiting yourself because of a fucking price? Figure out how to get the money. That's the answer. Anyway, despite that, if you are one of those price people, Hotworks is like half the price because they cut out all the fucking overhead. Half the price of Hot Power, and they're everywhere. Like Core Power. Sorry, Core Power is not in Florida. I spend a lot of time in Florida, and yeah, Kaiju Wrecking Machine. Yes, dude, you do hot yoga in it. It's I'll tell you tomorrow. I mean, it could suck. I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm excited actually. It's pretty cool. So let's get back to some of these numbers. Anyway, if you're into a franchise, the other thing that you can do if you want to become an entrepreneur. Okay, so the first step I would do is I'd get a commission sales job. That is going to teach you. Now, the great thing about that, you only have upside. You have no like expenses. The fucking owner has it, but your interests are aligned because they make money when you make money. You know what I mean? You make money when they make money. It's like, that's why the salespeople a lot of times are the prima donnas and the stars of any business, right? Because they're the ones bringing in the most important thing, and that's revenue or income. So that would be my first recommendation. My second recommendation is get in on an MLM. And if you're one of these idiots that's down on MLMs, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. Just like anything, dude, there are good MLMs and there are bad ones. Okay. Kagan water, I sell that. I love it. It's pH water. If you don't know, you can get like, I think it's like a 9.5 alkaline water. And so I'm a cancer survivor from when I was a kid. So I'm like a nerd on all this hell shit, and I don't trust doctors. I've been the victim of medical error, and so I don't trust doctors automatically. And I actually read statistics. So, iatrogenic death, which is the fancy word for medical error, when you combine that with adverse drug reactions, it's the number one leading cause of death of Americans over heart disease and cancer. Medical error, dude. Okay. That's a fact. That's Journal of the American Medical Association. That's not some Alex Jones fucking website. That's facts. Anyway, get in on an MLM, dude. Like I do, like Kagan water. Because here's the thing: the easiest thing to sell is something you believe in. That's why, like, I'm a motherfucker on catch wrestling because I believe in it. I probably believe in it more than any person alive. How else can you explain all the fucking shit that I've done for this over a 20-year period? I love it, dude. I pretty much I will do that Pepsi Coke challenge with anybody. I guarantee you I've done more work and I love this more than anybody. But that goes for anything. So get in. That's the easiest thing to sell. Now, sometimes things that are easy to sell, you have to be careful. Is there a lot of other people competing to sell that? So now that's going to bring your ability to bring revenues in. So sometimes you got to figure out these niches that might have barriers to entry or other people aren't like totally into, right? So Kangen water, awesome. If you want some, hit me up. I'll hook you up. They ain't cheap, but dude, you hook it up to your tap. And the thing that's cool actually about the Kangen water, let me do a little sales pitch here. It's not really a sales pitch. I'm just telling you what it does. You could turn it on so I could drink 9.5 water. All my family can drink. My kids, they're not drinking shitty. It's filtered and 9.5 alkaline water. But I could switch it to be completely acidic water, and that shit will clean your pans better than anything, like even Magic Eraser. It's like awesome. So find something you believe in. The other thing that I think is fantastic, for example, is now everybody sells it, so it's kind of going to be harder to make money with it. Is doTERRA, the essential oils, man. That shit is dope. For example, oregano oil, man, more powerful antibiotic than almost anything, dude. I think it's even stronger than penicillin. Don't quote me, but dude, it's like, that's some crazy shit, dude. It's all natural, right? Like not pharmaceutical, none of that kind of stuff. So you could get in on like a doTERRA. Another great MLM that I have and that I've had for 20 years, I'll tell you a great story, is Prepaid Legal. Have you ever heard of Prepaid Legal? It's basically like legal insurance, right? So every month you pay a certain amount. Now I'm fucking old. I don't know what their current prices are. I think I pay like $50 a month. It may be twice that now because I've been a customer for so long. So I've been grandfathered in, but I have something like 200 hours banked because I haven't had to use it. 200 hours of legal time banked. Okay. So where's my calculator? Okay. Dude, do anybody even know what this fucking looks like? Because it's like a corded phone. People don't even fucking use it because everything's on your cell phone. So let's say a okay attorney, not even a great one. Let's just say it's $250 an hour. It's probably closer to $325, but let's just say $250 an hour, especially with the inflation. But we'll be conservative. We'll say $250 an hour times 200. I have $50,000 worth of an attorney at my beck and call. Okay. Prepaid Legal, dude. That shit is legit. And again, you want to hook up, let me know. So you could find something that you believe is a great product and get in there too. And again, you're keeping your expenses low, your risk is low, and your ceiling is unlimited. It depends on like how good you can sell. Okay. So MLMs are not bad. Now, some of the other ones, yeah, are there shitty fucking product? There's shitty normal businesses. There's shitty shit in every group, dude. Like it's just there's good cops, there's bad cops. There's good white people, there's bad white people. There's good black people, bad black people, good trans people, bad trans people. It's just how it fucking is, man. Like anyway, so I'd start out with a sales job first, commission-based job. Then I jump to MLM. Then I might consider a franchise. This is just like based on your risk tolerance. I'm fucking nuts. I jumped full on in. I had an income job and built up a side hustle. That's another way you can do it, right? So I started out, I started out with some crazy ideas, dude. And the thing is, I mean, dude, I've tried so many businesses and a lot of them have fucking failed, right? But I think the problem here, and I'm gonna wrap this up because I've been going for an hour and I'm not sure any of you guys give a shit. But one of the and there's a million fucking things wrong with public education, and I think we should stop calling it public. We should start like socialized medicine. We should call it socialized education. It's like propaganda, dude. Like when I had to go back to teach during the economic downturn, because I mean this shit really kicked me in the pants. I'm back full burning, dude. I'm doing good. But man, that lockdown, which is the whole subject of this, was brutal. And it was life changing, man. Made me hungry again. Made me not, this is never going to happen to me ever again. I'm going to be prepared. I'm working on creating wealth that is bulletproof. I don't care what anybody does. Okay. And so, I've tried every method to be free. Okay. And by that, I mean free from other people, like free to do what I want as long as I don't hurt anybody, like a free person. And, the political way ain't doing it. I think the only way in this world is to make enough money, is to make that FU money. Okay. And I've been turning side hustles into FU money for a long time. In this last one, I'm a risk guy. And I never, ever in a million years thought they'd turn off the whole fucking planet. I never thought they'd turn off the whole planet. David, very informative talk. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, dude, I hope so, man. I'm just riffing here. So, yeah, anyway, the worst thing that schools do, and they do a bunch of bullshit. First of all, the worst thing they do is they don't teach you anything that's relevant. You're basically wasting all your time until you're 18, and then you have to actually learn how to fucking live. They don't teach you anything that's relevant. I'm just telling you. This is a fact. Fight me. I don't give a fuck. I'm right. I'm right, dude. I've been a teacher. Have you been a fucking teacher? Well, if you're a teacher, you're probably going to be all like defending your income and shit because you don't know what else to do. I do. It's shit. It's fucking shit. I mean, really, it's shit. But that's not even the worst thing they do. The worst thing they do, besides wasting 12 fucking years of your life, is they tell you that failure is the worst possible fucking thing that you could, like literally everything revolves around like not getting an F, like an F is the worst thing that could fucking happen. Well, I hate to tell you this, man, like failure, that you learn from. You have to learn from it. If you don't learn from failure, then I got nothing for you. Then you're just doomed. But learning from failure is the basis of all real knowledge. Everything else is just memorization. You're memorizing maybe somebody else's trial and error. Okay? So you can't be afraid to fail. And that's what public school does. One of the worst things is it teaches people to be afraid to fail. Dude, you have to be a tinkerer, man. I mean, fucking Edison, it took him 10,000 failures to figure out the incandescent light bulb, man. Had he quit at 8,000 or quit because he got an F on the first try, we'd be all fucking sitting here twiddling our thumbs and with candles. I mean, maybe somebody else would have found it, but it wouldn't have happened the way, it wouldn't have been Edison. Okay? Because he was persistent. So anyway, listen, we have to push back against these fucking jerk off mandates. They're stupid. They're stupid. It's a fact, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm happy, I guess, to share some. I don't want to get into the political thing because it's fucking a waste of my time. If you want to be quarantined, quarantine your fucking self. I understand there are populations that are vulnerable to this. It is for real. And I'm not an anti-vaxxer, so don't put me in that fucking camp, man. Just because you don't have nuance in your fucking brain and can't understand that I am in the same camp of a lot of the dissenting medical professionals, scientists, medical doctors, nurses. There's a gigantic amount that are being censored, okay? And I am in that camp. I do think that vaccines can work in wonderful times on certain viruses and whatnot. But this is unprecedented, man. Usually it takes 20 years to develop a reasonable vaccine, not a year and a half. And this mRNA shit, it's not a vaccine, it's gene therapy. So use your fucking words right. It's an injection. It's not a fucking vaccine. And the Johnson & Johnson, man, there's some serious side effects. And dude, the way that the report, you cannot trust the mainstream news, man. Donald Trump was a fucking moron too, but at least he put it out there about the fake news. And you know what, you fucking lefties, it's all Noam Chomsky has been saying for fucking 50 years. So get your fucking head out your ass, okay? Push back against these mandates, dude. You could see worldwide. You don't see it on the nightly news, but you do see it in guerrilla media, these massive fucking protests. Push back. Take your money elsewhere. If you're a business owner, you don't have to enforce it, man. You're going to end up in the right, dude. Okay, here's the problem, dude. The Bill of Rights is hanging literally by a thread. I don't even know if it fucking exists anymore, to be honest. It's the greatest document. I'm not talking the Constitution. Constitution's flawed. That was the Federalists, okay? The Anti-Federalists came up with some brilliant shit, dude. They came up with trial by jury, trial by your peers instead of some stuffy prick judge alone judging your fate, okay? That's important. They came up with the Bill of Rights. In fact, they're like, we are not going to fucking ratify this jerk off Constitution unless we put a Bill of Rights. And the Bill of Rights is eventually what led to the slaves being freed, like all kinds of stuff. Okay. So long story short, push back. Okay. Buy local. You're going to have to learn to start a business anyway. I mean, look at, like, you could put maybe your conspiracy hat on. I don't know. I don't buy into that shit, but let me go this far as to say that, okay, it started out where all small businesses were deemed inessential. So it was illegal to fucking open your fucking doors, but Walmart and Amazon and these other motherfuckers could do it. Okay. I wonder who's buying the fucking lobbyists that make the fucking laws. It ain't small mom and pop businesses that got deemed inessential. Okay. And they got nuked. I'll tell you, with me and my wife's software company, we had 600 clients in 17 different countries prior to lockdown. Okay. Amusement parks and attractions. And most of those were mom and pop organizations. After lockdown, half, like motherfucking Thanos, dude, half toast not to reopen. We lost half our fucking clients, dude. But these half of our clients lost their livelihood. Okay. Now they got to go work for the big corporations. And if they're over 100 people, if the corporate, they're Biden wants you to get this fucking, be a canary down the coal mine on this fucking jerk off jab. Dude, the only other choice that you have is starting your own business. And it's important that you consider doing so. Okay. And like I said, if you're afraid of it, start figuring out how to make money. That's what I mean, I'm an educator on that fact. Financial literacy is like basically what I do now. Okay. This is a very interesting stat that I want to end with. Okay. And again, this is from smallbusinessgenius.net, and this is from Forbes, Forbes magazine. Analysts predict that half of the workforce will be freelancers by 2020. Okay. So I'm not sure. Let me see when this came out. And I guess I could look that up. So yeah, this was actually written in 2021. So they're assuming that half. Yeah. So anyway, just something for you guys, some food for thought. I hope it was useful. If I can help you, just so you know, like I can help you on the sales training. I literally am certified and all that kind of stuff, licensee, 10X brand, that kind of stuff. So I'm happy to share with you all this stuff that I've learned from Greg Cardone. Happy to help you with my 30 years or whatever it is, 20 years of experience as an entrepreneur, small business owner myself. And I actually, one of the things that I'm launching in 2022 is with Scientific Wrestling, which is probably one of my bigger brands, better known projects. Oh, by the way, the Mace Bell's back. I'm super excited. Go to macebell.com. But with Scientific Wrestling, I'm going to be launching the Scientific Wrestling affiliate program, which is going to be pretty fucking amazing. It's basically a business in a box. I'm going to be giving people 4 or 5 different ways that they can make money. You can, when you become an affiliate and a licensee, you get 2 coaching certifications. That's a $10,000 value. Okay, that's how much money it costs to get certified with me over the years that it takes to earn your certification. You get 2 of those, so you can make money as a coach, teaching classes, opening up your own gyms. And this is the high level. We've modeled the best. Carl Gotch, Billy Robinson, Wade Chalice, like literally the greatest. So you'll have a submission grappling curriculum to teach either to your school and teach classes. You can do seminars, training camps, online coaching, whatever. So that's one tranche. Then you're going to get resale rights on all of the intellectual property. The same stuff I sell, you're going to get the same deal. You're going to get a 50% commission. Then you can also make money by selling the other people on the affiliate program, getting a joint. That's a 20% commission. You make up to like, I can't remember the exact number, but it's like $2,300 per sale. Okay. I am taking Scientific Wrestling big. My goal with Scientific Wrestling is to get every person on the planet involved with Catch as Catch Can as either a fan, a athlete, a coach, or a promoter. And that leads me to the other tranches. You can also make money through this affiliate program by you're going to get sanctioned to run King of Catch wrestling tournaments as well. So you can make money doing tournaments. Also, they're a great promotional tool to bring people into your school. And you're also going to be sanctioned to run Shoot Pro Wrestling. And I'm going to give you all the training. You're actually going to get Thales business coaching with me as well when you buy into the system. So we're going to blow this up. Anyway, yeah, man, this turned into way longer than I fucking expected. I appreciate all you guys showing up. You guys need anything from me, you can DM me wherever. Usually I'm better on Instagram and Facebook with DMs. I will get to you on YouTube. I'm a little not as connected on YouTube. I'm trying to change that. And then also, of course, you can always hit me at direct at Thales, THALES coaching.com or scientificwrestling.com. The advantage of Thales is I have on there like a Calendly link. So you can just automatically, I'll talk to you 15 minutes. Let's wrap, dude. I'll try to help you and solve your problems. I do that. But you're only going to get 15 minutes for free. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys. Peace out. You guys have a good night. Peace out, Instagram. If I can get this thing turned off. Yeah, there we go. And Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.